folks, welcome back to the show where we love features about our bleachers creatures, but there is nothing better than the New York Yankees. I'm Maniac, and I'm about to be joined by the dynamic duo of the Twin Stripe reporters, Cooper and Carter. Boys, we are back in the saddle after a couple weeks, but you might as well call us DJ Khaled, because over the last month of May, it seems, the Yankees, all they do is win.
Yeah, I mean, 7 straight series they've won. That's incredible. I think 17 out of the last 25. That's really good. Nobody could beat them.
Seriously. And, I think most surprisingly, obviously, I think a lot sticks out when you always have Aaron Judge in your lineup. You're going to be at an advantage anytime you take the diamond. But, boys, pitching. I mean, I don't care who you are. I don't care. Even the most optimistic Yankees podcast going into the season could not have fathomed what we were going to get from Max Fried. And obviously, Carlos Rodon is doing great in his sophomore season in the Yankees lineup.
I mean, even Yarbrough has been pitching really well. I mean, at the end of the bullpen, him and Will Warren have been really steady. Yeah, all 1 through 5 starters. Yeah, Fried has been Cy Young. Rodon leads the league in strikeouts. I mean, yeah, pitching.
Exactly. And the funny thing is, guys, is I think at the end of the day, and by the way, this isn't an official trivia question, but the Yankees are 13-3 in their last 16 games. Minor trivia for you guys. How many runs have the Yankees allowed in those 3 combined losses? How many runs against the Yankees in those 3 combined losses?
Like 8-ish?
Right on the money. It has been 8 runs. So again, they had, even in those losses, they only had 4, 3, like 2. I think it was 3, 3, and 2 runs against them. They weren't getting walloped. The pitching has been amazing in this month of May. So I ask you guys a couple of questions about this. I don't think it's replicable to be pitching this well all season long. Now, with that said, obviously the fielding will be better here and there, and there will also be hitting in upticks. With that said, what do you think's more replicable? How the Will Warrens and how the Yarbroughs have been kind of supporting, or how Fried and Rodon have been dominating? Which do you think is more replicable the rest of this season for those New York Yankees?
I think it's been the Yarbrough and Warren, actually, because you know that Rodon and Fried are at least going to do okay every start. If the back do the same thing, it's just, there's no pitcher that's like, oh, we're losing this day. And they're going to get Heel back. And for the bullpen, they're going to get Cruz back. So their bullpen has looked really good, and they're going to add more depth.
Yeah, the last time we talked, I mean, I don't know if you guys are familiar with Austin Powers, but Devin Williams had lost his mojo a little bit. This guy was a lost puppy. Now he's on the back end of that bullpen, and he's not back into the closer role 1,000% of the time, but it seems to be that Aaron Boone is using him effectively in those high leverage inning spots when you're facing either the meat of that order in the 7th or 8th, or obviously when he can come down to lock it down in the 9th. I don't have the stats the last couple weeks. I'm going to pull them up now, but what an improvement for Devin Williams versus that first month. Am I right?
Yeah, I mean, he needs to locate his fastball. If he can locate his fastball, then he can use his changeup, swing and miss. They'll be out. Yeah, he's still a little shaky, but sometimes he looks very strong.
No, absolutely. There are times still when, when he scares me a lot or whatever. But he didn't have the great appearance 2 days ago against the Angels. But before that, guys, I'm counting them right now. He had 8 scoreless appearances. So I know that obviously you want more consistency. You just want him to keep building on that, especially when he was your marquee, acquisition in the offseason for sure. But it was nice to see him have kind of a run of confidence there as we go along. Speaking of a run of confidence, I know that Cooper and Carter will have no shortage of confidence when we get into trivia. Now, here's the thing, trivia. I'm going to say it right now, and I'm going to be clear and honest about these guys. These guys have crushed trivia the first couple of weeks. They've dominated. They're getting Shane Spencer. They're getting, they're getting all kinds of stuff. So I did have to ramp it up and make it a little tougher. This is going to really stretch the Yankees' history. I think this is going to give you a tougher time. If you guys nail this one, then I'm going to be crushed. But I will say, I have to note this for our listeners. We did make this one a little bit tougher because these guys have been dominating the first 3 rounds of trivia. You guys ready?
Yeah, I'm ready for any that you come to.
A lot of confidence over there. Okay, so with that said, we talked about it earlier with Max Fried. Cy Young. What Yankees in the Yankees history have won the Cy Young?
Bob Turley, Whitey Ford, Sparky Lyle, Ron Guidry, Roger Clemens, and Garrett Cole.
Oh my God. That was a little scary. With that said, I am going to move on fearlessly, though. Aaron Judge, obviously, anytime he's in the lineup, he can go yard. And when you can go yard, you're always going to be a contender for the Triple Crown, especially when you can hit for the average that he hits for. So with that said, talk to me on the Yankees. Who has won the Triple Crown in their history?
Lou Gehrig and Mickey Mantle.
Mickey Mantle. And look, you guys don't know the years, do you? I mean, that would be
1934 and 1956.
I mean, this is an embarrassment of riches. These kids, if they ever do a Yankees trivia Jeopardy, these kids are gonna get their family mansions in it. All right, well, let's close out. This is an easy one then. Yankees to win batting title. Just a small part of the Triple Crown, but since in the last 25 years, last 30 years, because that's a hint. Yankees to win batting title.
I don't think has.
Bernie Williams did,
Paul
right?
O'Neill, I know, did.
Bernie Williams did, 1998.
Did A-Rod?
No for A-Rod. This was more recently.
More recently. Judge? Not
Nope.
Judge.
Probably
He's a hitter. I want to DJ LeMahieu gets it done. 2020, Bernie Williams, 1998. I mean, my goodness, what a performance by Carter Cooper. We are going to have them investigated repeatedly. We will have a PED check for them as well in their locker tomorrow. We are going to make sure that this is a clean win. But shout out Carter and Cooper for dominating. And speaking of dominating, with the Yankees at 35-20, boys, we're just about a third of the way through the season. All-stars. I think there's a couple that are more obvious. You cross Judge off the list. You cross Fried off the list. You like to think that Rodon is going to get in there. I don't know if there's going to be someone who snakes him out borderline with numbers. Who else are you guys thinking about or potentially have your eyes on for the Yankees to be in the All-Star game in Atlanta this year?
So I think Judge, Fried, obviously. I think Goldschmidt isn't near lock. He's hitting 340. Weaver's 200 runs later.
I think Rodon has a good shot at it.
If Bellinger could keep doing what he's doing since May, that means he could probably maybe get it. I mean, there's a lot of good outfielders in the AL, but
the thing is, too, and this plays into it at the end of the day, Bellinger's an exciting player. People in the league like when Bellinger is doing well. And so when a popular guy is doing well, that gives him a little bit boost over someone who might not be as popular, especially because Bellinger played his whole career in the LA market and then went to the Yankees. He may have had a little pit stop in between somewhere. I forget. But
yeah. Who do you think is going to be in the All-Star game?
No, I think you guys named them all. I mean, if the Yankees, when you get to 4 to 6 potential All-Star game candidates, you have a dominant team. And that's what the Yankees have at 35-20. There's no doubt about it.
He's only at 3, Judge, Soto.
Yeah. Yeah, so when I was your guys' age, it was like those were the Jeters, the Williams. Like I think Jeter, I want to say either in the 2000 All-Star game or somewhere in there, went 3 for 3 in an All-Star game.
It was 2000.
Yeah, imagine someone going 3 for 3 in an All-Star game. That's just unbelievable. Jeter was another level. That was Jeter. There were no comic book movies when I was your guys' age. Jeter was my superhero, for real, for serious, for all time, for sure. Early All-Star game talk. Okay, we got that out of the way. Real quick, boys. The last time we talked, we were getting ready for a big West Coast trip. It was going to be a long one.
Yeah.
I don't think it's as long this time around, but it's just as important as a weight on the schedule. A third of the season in, we are out west for a World Series rematch this weekend. Are you guys what do you guys talk to me? I see you rubbing your hands over there looking like you're about to rob a bank. Just talk to me about, it's only 3 games out of 162. But what are you guys looking for from the Yankees in this series as we go against the Dodgers for the first time since last October?
The Dodgers, top of the order. Their offense is really, really good. But their pitching has a bullpen and starting pitching has been really rocked with injuries. So if they can score some runs more than their offense, that's going to be their key to winning.
Yeah, their first 3 hitters are doing amazing this season.
Yeah.
Freeman and
Ohtani.
Yeah, Ohtani, Betts, Freeman can be the top of an all-star lineup any of the last essentially 3 to 5 years. And they have that. They're rolling there out there every day.
Yeah. Yeah, they have some other dangerous hitters, Will Smith, Teoscar Hernandez. They have a really dangerous offense. So if the Yankees pitchers could also keep them intact, that would be another bonus.
Yeah, I mean, the Yankees, I mean, like, I hate to say it, but, like, we were right there with them last year. I know it went down in 5 games, but could have easily won Game 5, and then there were so many blown opportunities in those first couple games, no doubt about it. So I am very anxious to see how we do. And obviously, this is a situation, I think, where if you can take 2 out of 3, that's a big win. If you sweep, that's a statement. That's what I would say on this. But looking forward to the character. I'm looking forward to seeing if things get chippy, boys. I think we may have a John Boy video come out of all this when it's all said and done, probably, right? Someone will have an interaction. I mean, let's face it. These two teams, I don't have the data right in front of me, have to be some of the highest payrolls, some of the biggest egos in the game. I mean, you have Goldschmidt and Bellinger kind of being injected. I mean, Bellinger alone, this is going back to L.A., but, you know, injected into this rivalry for sure. So there's a lot of great storylines looking forward to this weekend as the Yankees head out west. And that'll be some great after dark. I know Carter and Cooper are going to be staying up late. They're glad this one's falling on a weekend. If this was Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday of a school week, they would be devastated. Instead, it's let's get to let's slumber party out in the living room. Let's break out the popcorn, baby. Let's go. LA.
Hold on. You said it better.
We watch all the games, even if it's a Tuesday, Wednesday, random night.
Of course, yeah, but we know you're tuckered out. We know you're passing out around the 4th or the 5th inning. On these ones, you're staying through all the way. I got confidence in you boys. We're watching a full 27 innings this weekend.
Yeah.
Extras if they're required to. Mom, that's an order. Speaking of order, I know the order of things has been crazy. We talked the Yankees, obviously, on this show. This is the Bronx Banter, but a lot of crossover for our Yankees fans with what's happening in the Knicks right now. Eastern Conference Finals, first time in 25 ish years. So obviously something that doesn't happen as often as the Yankees being in these deep playoff runs, continuously a shot at 28. Have any of your friends or anything stuck out with you with their takes? I know you guys are mild Knicks fans, so I'm not putting you on the burner here, but big Game 5 tonight, obviously at the Garden.
I mean, I think Jalen Brunson, in this series, has scored 30 points 3 times. But all those games, they've lost.
Yeah.
So he needs to pass the ball more, give it to Cat, give it to OG, McHale. Then they'll score some more points. It just can't be Brunson. And they also need to stay out of foul trouble.
And play better defense.
The whole series has been in really big foul trouble. A lot of everyone else on their team has been. They need to stay out of foul trouble.
Yeah, they just need to play a very clean game. Then I think they have a very good shot at winning.
Yeah, home court advantage should play a lot. I just have a feeling the Knicks faithful are not going to let Reggie Miller and the Pacers end their season in New York tonight. So we'll check that out. Shout out Signoffs. We got a big series coming up. First off, shout out Mom for driving us around to the show this week and making sure we're good to go. Of course, let's clap it up for Mom real quick. But besides that, anyone else we want to shout out, guys, as we wrap this one up on the Bronx Bomber banter?
You.
What?
We want to shout out you for having us. Thank you so much again.
Oh, shush. Well, listen, boys, we're in this together, all right? We got the same contracts. Last I checked on the negotiation, I think you guys got a slightly bigger signing bonus just because you're young, okay? You have youth. You have a potential to re-sign another deal. But we are in it together, and it's a long season. We are 1/3 of the way through. Things are going to get tougher than they are right now. There will be a tougher moment in this Yankees season. It's not going to be all, sunshine and rainbows. We don't allow more than 2 runs every night. There are going to be dog days this summer. We got to get, what are you singing me away over there? Playing me off with the award music? No, it's all good. Shout out Carter and Cooper. Make sure you're following them on Twin Stripe Reporters. They got all kinds of amazing content, and there is no better Yankees coverage than these two twins. And, of course, this show where it's all about when the Yankees win.